Hello, greetings. My name is Ken Lowney with Lowney Architecture, and my firm and the colleagues at my firm are the architects for the Safeway at La Playa in outer Richmond in San Francisco. And this movie you're about to watch is really a walk around the site looking at the building. So before we get going here, you'll notice that it's really not an architectural proposition we're looking at here, but more of a building diagram or building layout about how big it is, how tall it is, where the doors are, things like that. So this is the corner of La Playa and Fulton, and that corner is a secondary entrance for pedestrians. So there will be windows and doors there, and some architectural expression, which will be determined. The body of the building here is about 20 feet 6 inches high. And the floor level is about 3 feet below the La Playa level. We're moving down La Playa towards the first curb cut we're coming to, and on the left, that white building is housing, and on the right, that's the Safeway, this green building, and this corner is the primary entrance to the project. Trucks go in here, as do customer cars and pedestrians, and this corner is the main entrance for that. In the distance, you see a bridge going across. That's from the 48th level parking into the store, and behind this housing here is the La Playa level parking, which is about 3 feet below La Playa. This housing is not being developed by Safeway, but space is being allocated for this development. We're imagining they're townhouses, and they're about 35 feet tall and about 35 feet deep. This is the second curb cut we're coming to here, and this curb cut goes down to the La Playa level parking again, which is 3 feet below La Playa elevation. And this blue building we're coming to is neighborhood serving retail. The building's about 3,500 square feet and stands about 22 feet tall. And it sort of is in between the two housing elements. First one on La Playa, which you just saw, and the second one on the left here, Cabrillo. We're about to go up Cabrillo, and this again is also townhouses with the same dimensions, 35 feet tall and 35 feet deep into the site. We're proposing all around the site new street trees for the city of San Francisco, and moving up the hill here. We're now going to move down 48th Avenue. We just came up Cabrillo on the right. You can see the housing stepping down to the corner retail. And here is our first curb cut on 48th Avenue, taking you to parking at the 48th Avenue elevation. Parking is roughly split between the La Playa parking below this and the 48th Avenue parking at this elevation. All the parking is screened on 48th Avenue with a trellis with vines on it, and also lined with new street trees. We're coming to our second curb cut. This is a new curb cut for the project, and it also, as the other curb cut, goes up to the 48th Avenue elevation. And in the distance here you see bicycle parking, and the near distance you see bicycle parking, and the far distance you see the green Safeway store. In between the two is pedestrian access down to the La Playa level elevation and main entrance. This is the 48th Avenue elevation of the Safeway store, and it stands 12 feet tall, or 12 feet short, if you will. We believe it's the shortest building in the neighborhood. The building is very quiet and modest, and there are no windows, and it's covered in vines, and has new street trees in front of it as well. We're coming now to Fulton. You can see the Golden Gate Park in the background there. And we're about to turn the corner and go down Fulton. Here we are. And the building maintains a sort of the quiet disposition on 48th and Fulton, and the parapet height at the top of the building is constant. At the bottom of the building falls away with the ground plane and the sidewalk towards the beach. So it goes from 12 feet tall to 20 feet 6 inches. And you can see this corner here is where we began the movie, our walk around the site, and that's the secondary pedestrian entrance facing the park and the ocean.